everybody, and welcome to Fun Time Youth Bowling. I'm Ray Bartle alongside PBA Hall of Famer Doug Kent. And Doug, this is week 3 of our first 4-week segment that we're taping for Fun Time Youth Bowling. We got 2 weeks in the books already, and we've had some great shows.
Yes, we have, Ray. It's been very exciting these first 2 shows. We have 12 more bowlers today, and we're looking forward to having another exciting show.
We do. We have 12 bowlers that are excited. They're ready to go. And we'll be back because we're going to highlight our bumpers when we come back right after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fun Time Youth Bowling. This is the start of week 3 here at Fun Time, and we're starting out with our bumpers. Sarah Dowd from Cougar Lanes and Adrian Monahan from Rose Garden Bowl.
Well, there's a good opening shot. Look at that. All right.
All right, 7 big ones.
Good opening shot for Adrian.
Rose Garden Bowl, where Tom Sardu is the proprietor. He's also the youth director.
And Adrian has a high game of 108 and an average of 77. And here we go for the
1-2-7.
We go for the spare.
Hang on, hang on.
It's trying to hang on.
Oh!
All right.
And a big groan comes from the crowd.
All right.
Here's Sarah Dowd.
There's little Sarah, little ponytails.
Oh.
Nice follow through with 2 hands. Everybody
Right
below,
down the
get
lane.
that ball
Bump,
down the lane.
Bump, bump. Oh.
Come on, is it gonna make
Watch
it?
this one. Watch this one.
Look at that.
This is going to get stuck on the pin deck.
All
Oh!
right. All right.
How many times you shot
Sarah.
at that spare, Doug?
I don't think I've ever thrown at that one before. I don't think I want to. Sarah has a high game of 64. And it looks like she's on pace to beat that today. Okay, Sarah, right down the middle.
Sarah bowls out of Cougar Lanes, where Mike Kime is the manager. Heather Kime is the youth director. Here we go, big push again. Lining
Sarah
up.
going
Look at
for
that.
the very common 3-5-6-9-7-10.
I think she's got a chance.
I think it's got a chance.
Watch this. Oh, it bumped just a little bit too soon.
Push, push, push. All right. Very nice. Sarah, if you can believe this, likes going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. All right. Back to Adrian.
One of the questions that we ask the kids is, how often do you practice? And she wrote, whenever Grandma takes me.
Off the bumper.
Coming back.
And looks like we've got 6.
Adrian has 81 in the 8th. Sarah has 49.
All right.
I think Mike's coaching.
Let's go for that spare. That one has a chance. That's got a chance. Hang on there, ball. Slide it over. Okay. Good job, Adrian.
89 for Adrian in the 9th. There's Sarah. Mike gave her a tip. Let's see what happens.
Oh, it looks like a good one. That's going to take a little while.
That's going to bounce.
We'll go have some lunch. We'll come back, and when that ball gets down there.
Come on, ball. Come on, ball. She wants to turn over.
Come on, ball, hook.
Back up. Do something.
Here it comes.
Get a couple.
Looks like she's going to get the 10
All right,
pin.
all right.
We got the hard one out of the way first. Sarah has a hamster named Bubble.
Bubble.
She likes Bubble Guppies on TV. That's a cartoon. Bubble Guppies. All right. Her ball is back for the spare.
She's contemplating. How's she going to attack this? Actually, if she gets a little older, she's going to realize that she had good strategy there, because that's the hardest pin in the rack. We leave enough of them, don't we? So we get them out of the way on the first ball.
That's right.
Just
all right, one good bounce. There we go.
A moment to thank some of our sponsors here on Funtime Youth Bowling. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here doing our show.
Look at that hook. Oh. All right.
It was her 50.
All right. Sarah with 50 in the 9th frame. And Adrian with 89 in the 9th.
One of our sponsors, Les Bernard from Allstate Insurance, is sitting in the audience with us today.
There's a good shot. Look at that. Over. Okay. All right. Good shot, Adrian.
We got an enthusiastic crowd out here.
Yes,
today,
we
Doug.
do. A lot of good support
cheering,
for these little ones.
Clapping. So I said, Les Bernard is here from Allstate Insurance, one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Beginners to Pros for sponsoring our bowling tip of the week. Summit View Motors.
There's a good shot.
Our friends at PNF
Don't hook
Sports.
that way. Go the other way. All right. Good try. Good try.
Our good friends at PNF Sports, who were graciously enough to supply all our junior bowlers with their bowling shirts for the first few weeks.
Yeah, Adrian with a 97 game. That's 20 pins over his average.
Great.
Need a little bounce. Need one more good bounce.
Yeah. Ball, it bounces and wants to come back in, and then it looks like the weight block is taking it away.
Yeah.
She had a little more oomph to get a good bounce. That would probably roll.
I think Sarah's due for a spare here in the 10th frame.
That would be exciting.
It'd be nice to see her ball rip the rack.
9 in the pit.
9 in the pit. Little cutie. Come on, Sarah, right down the middle.
Thank Mike Keim, the manager at Cougar Lanes, for helping us out today. He's down there helping out the bumpers. She's talking to it now.
She's waving it. She's got to wave that ball over.
It starts to come back and then it wavers back.
And she got one there. Oh, right in the same spot.
51 for Sarah. Well, that was exciting, huh?
Well, we know she's good at making a 10 pin.
That's great. She'll have spares all her life as long as she can keep picking the 10 pin. Well, that concludes our bumpers, and we'll be back right after this. This is our girls 10 to 12, and we have Brinley Bruning from Doug Kent's Rose Bowl Lanes and Lindsay Cuff from Clover Lanes. This is Lindsay.
Look at that game, right? Look at that game. Ah, good opening shot there.
Lindsay came in working on a strike. Brinley is working on a spare.
Lindsay has a high game of 227. Her average is 139. She likes Drew Brees. And a nice spare. She has two coaches right here from Clover Lanes. Jack Williams and Mark Royer are helping her with her game and getting better. Brinley Bruning. And a nice opening shot.
Just a reminder to our folks at home, Youth bowlers bowl 7 frames in our home bowling center. They come here to Clover Lanes for our fun time taping. They finish their last 3 frames right here on TV. We have handicap added into their score based off the YABA chart for their age group.
And Brindley going for the spare. Oh, hook a little ball. Oh, good try.
Ooh, off the
Good try, good try. All right, back to Lindsay. Lindsay's averaging 139, high game of 227. She bowls once a week. She wants to go to Syracuse.
Must be an elementary
Good
educator.
swing, beautiful
Nice.
game. She also likes basketball, softball. Brindley Bruning back up in the 9th frame.
Brindley bowls at your bowling center. Doug Kent's Rose Bowl
Yeah.
Lanes.
Look at that opening. All right.
What's the rack?
Brindley. Very good shot from Brindley Bruning.
Doug Kent is her most influential person on developing her bowling skills.
Yeah,
She likes Missy Franklin, a swimmer.
yeah. Olympic swimmer. Lindsay has some great bowling form. She's had some good coaching along the line. You can tell that she's worked hard at it.
Brindley wants to be a dentist. She likes swimming and lacrosse.
Look at this. Look at this. Yes!
She got it! All right!
Yes!
Woo! 6, 7, 10. Just picked her ball up, threw it down the lane like she knew exactly what she was doing.
What a great spare.
Hit the 6-pin perfect, slid it across the lane.
I think that's our first big split conversion we've had so far.
First big one.
And right back with a
Ooh.
great shot, solid 10.
256.
256. And Brindley Bruning going to get up and finish her 10th frame here. And 4. This is not an easy spare here, right?
No, this is another one that you don't see too often.
Anytime you
Ball's
have...
got to come from the outside.
Yep.
Hit the 1 pin on the right side and drive in and take the 5 and the 9 out.
It's got a chance.
Oh.
Just missed. What a great game.
56. We have a tie. No, we don't. Okay. Okay, well, that concludes our girls 10 to 12. We'll be back with our boys 10 to 12 right after this.
This portion of Fun Time Youth Bowling is brought to you by Lair Air.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is our boys 10 to 12. We have Michael Parker from Doug Kent's Rose Bowl and Cameron Horowitz from Clover Lanes.
Michael Parker's opening shot. A crossover. All right. Michael Parker's high game is 220. And his average is 149. Started bowling at the age of 4.
This is Cameron Horowitz.
Where do you see this? Look at that game. Look at that. All right. A little fist pump there at the end.
Yeah, you talk about turning
How
up a
about
ball.
that?
How's that?
How about that? 11 years old. Throwing it like a pro already.
High game 279. He's averaging 193.
When was the last time you saw an 11-year-old average 190? How about never?
In a long time, if ever. You're right.
Michael. All right, good shot, Michael. Leaves the 4-7. And Michael Parker practices a couple times a week, but I know he'd like to practice 8 days a week if there was 8 days. And he's not sure what he's interested in doing yet. 11 years old and can't figure it out yet. It's hard to believe.
Oh.
He wants to go to Syracuse. Be a Syracuse Orangeman. All right.
Cameron's 11 years old. He idolizes Norm Duke. He practices 4 to 5 days a week. His coach is Chris Lamb.
I think
Basketball, track, and basement bowling.
I think he might be taller than Norm Duke.
He hooks it more than Norm Duke.
He hooks it more than Norm, for sure. High game of 279 at the age of 11. Incredible score.
Cameron has 181 in the 7th. Michael has 215.
And a good cover there. No problem with the 3-6-10 conversion.
That's not an easy spare either.
That's probably my toughest spare. I feel like I'm throwing at the 4-6 every time I leave the 3-6-10.
At least you only get 3. Every time I throw at it, I have the 9-pin behind it, and I never pick it. Stop.
And another crossover. All right, Michael.
Cameron had the first 4 strikes, 9 spare, and he had a split. 2 strikes on TV, 7 spare. Nice.
Good little bowlers in this match, huh?
Be interesting to find out what basement bowling is.
It's got to have something to do with Wii bowling. That would be my guess. And Michael
Setting
Parker.
up pins in the basement, throwing balls at them. Real pins or plastic
Could be
pins?
real plastic pins or Wii bowling.
His parents will need a new basement pretty soon. They'll be rebuilding the house.
All right. Hang on, Michael. All right, good spare, good spare.
261 with handicap.
What a great game. Starts off with a triple. Ends with 3 or 4 really good shots at the end there with a strike and a spare in the 10th frame for 261 with his handicap. Looks like it's a 198 game scratch for Michael Parker. Averages 149, both 50 pins over his average scratch that game. Wow. I think I'd be nervous to bowl
Eat your
against
heart
him.
out, Duckhead.
I would be nervous to bowl a match play against him.
You retired at the right time.
He
let me tell
intimidates
ya.
me, and he's 11. I used to have that many reds 10 years ago.
If you put all your balls together.
Yeah. If the lane was 100 feet longer.
He gets more revs while the ball's in his bowling bag than I get when I throw my ball down the lane. Perfect setup.
Practices 4 to 5 days a week. Look at that. He looks focused.
Yep. He's on a mission.
He's got ice in his veins. He's afraid of nothing.
Watch how he does all the fundamentals. Wipes his ball off. Puts his gun. Now he's got to pat his hand.
Yeah, for all you viewers, watch the pre-shot routine. He goes through the whole routine, every shot.
Gets himself set. Looks down at the approach.
Yep.
And now he's probably thinking about what he actually wants to do here.
Or how much he wants to hook it,
And then he does it.
which is going to be the whole lane.
How's that?
All right.
246, which is 222 scratch. That's a heck of a game. Well, what a match that was. Some great bowling. And we'll be back with our girls 13 to 15 right after this.
We had some great matches that segment, and now I'm going to talk to Lindsay Spare, the 6-7-10 in her match. Lindsay, was that the first time you've ever made that spare?
Yes, it was.
And what did you think with the ball going down the lane? Did you think you had a chance?
Yes, just a little bit, but it came through, and I was happy.
All right, well, great bowling today. And Adrian, how did you do for your first time on TV today?
Good.
And would you like to do that again?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back with Average Builders Tip of the Week.
And now, this week's Beginners to Pros tip, hosted by PBA Hall of Famer Doug Kent.
Hi, I'm Doug Kent with another Average Builder Tip of the Week. Today we're going to talk about the release, which is your hand position. And there's two keys to a good release, or a proper release. Number one, at your release point, think of where your thumb is in relation to a clock. Try to keep your thumb at 10 o'clock when you release the ball. This will make your ball hook from right to left. The farther you go left with your thumb on that clock is going to determine how much more your ball is going to rotate, which will in turn make it hook more. This is Doug Kent with another Average Builder Tip of the Week.
Welcome back, everybody. And this is our girls 13 to 15. We have Haley Yorging from Cougar Lanes and Mackenzie Derleth from Clover Lanes.
And Mackenzie's opening shot here on the left lane.
We have quite the match going here, Doug.
We sure do. A one-pin game through 7. And an opening shot of 7. The 3, 5, 6.
Both bowlers are on a spare going in.
Mackenzie's high game, 233. Average is 169. She practices 3 to 5 times a week. Coached by Jack Williams and Mark Royer, right here at Clover Lanes. And Haley Yerge. Opening shot here, in the 8th frame. The 1, 2, 4.
We're still 1 pin apart. They both work for 7 on a spare.
High game of 217 for Haley. Average of 147. Straight A's in school. Gotta like it.
Bowling and A's. They
A
definitely go together.
sophomore in high school. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Perfect.
Great spare.
Okay.
Mackenzie's 9th frame here.
Mackenzie 165 in the 7th, spare in the 8th. Haley has 164 in the 7th, spare in the 8th.
There's a crossover. She wants to go to school, University of Miami. Somewhere warm.
Somewhere
Why would
warm.
she want to go to school up here somewhere?
After a few
somewhere?
weeks we had a little while back.
Look at
I don't think
that.
anybody wants to say
There's a nice shot. We got a match. Still a 1-pin match going into the 10th frame. Mackenzie would like to attend, like I said, University of Miami for criminal justice. Crime scene investigation. Wow, what great fundamentals both players have. And we're in our 10th frame.
Well, so far they've gone frame for frame. They both got 7 spare. They both got a strike. Mackenzie, first ball in the 10th with a strike. She has the lead by 1 pin.
Nice shot. A little wide. Didn't quite hook back. Leaves the 2-4-5 with the 7 pin.
Gives her 211.
And she likes softball, volleyball, field hockey, and forensic science. And a nice attempt. Good fill ball in the 10th frame.
230.
230 on the nose with her handicap.
Which means Haley has to get a double.
And Haley Ergy from Cougar Lanes.
Haley's not sure where she wants to go to college, but she wants to go somewhere in the medical field.
And across. Oh, bad break. And across. Leaves the 5-10. Needs to try to get her ball to the left side of the 5 pin. Slice it over into the 10.
Haley also likes golf and ice skating.
Golf and ice skating. Got
It's
a chance. Here we go.
Oh,
Good effort. Good effort.
210 for Haley.
Good first
Mackenzie,
match.
230, Haley, 210. And that concludes our girls, 13 to 15, and we'll be back with our boys, 13 to 15, right after this. Welcome back, everybody, and this is our boys 13 to 15. We have Brennan Johnson from Clover Lanes and Dylan Guest from Doug Kent's Rose Bowl Lanes. This is Dylan.
Dylan with his first shot. That's a good opening shot for Dylan. Dylan has grown a lot in the last year or so and had a big growth spurt. It affected his bowling quite a bit, so we moved him up to a heavier ball and had to refit his hand, and he's just learning the release a little better here. But he's doing great.
Well, it's tough when these kids sprout up as fast as
Yeah.
they do, and height is sometimes a detriment to the game.
I'll
of
bet you
ball.
he's grown 10 inches in the last year. It's probably been tough for him. All right, Brennan, look at that. No fear, come right out.
Oh, this young man's got quite the game going.
Throw it right in the pocket, like a champ.
He only gets 23 pins handicap, so he has 143 in the 5th. He has 120 as a scratch score.
There's a good shot, Dylan. Make it hook. All right.
And he's working on 3 strikes. Actually, he's working on 5 strikes in a row. He went spare, strike, spare, and now he has 5 in a row.
Dylan likes Dale Jr., the number 88, and Tiger Woods.
Yeah. That's the first race car driver we've had.
That's a good shot right there.
There you go.
That's a nice spare. Dylan's also bowling for the Lions varsity bowling team. And another look at Brennan Johnson. Got a big game going. Look at that. Wow.
That's some power right there.
Got a high game of 279, averaging 194 already. Age 13, averaging 194.
He's got a shot to 270 scratch.
Get up there. All right, Dylan. Let Dylan go.
Made a little adjustment. Moved a little farther outside. Got the ball to react a little bit better.
Dylan also likes golf and computers. What kid doesn't like computers these days?
You can't get away from it.
Another shot.
Double.
That's a good 10th frame right there.
Spare and 2 strikes.
Dylan is throwing a Storm Lights Out that we drilled about, well, I'd say it's about a month ago now. Maybe 2 months ago. High game of 235, averaging about 180. Another good shot.
Look
Look at that.
Ripping the rack.
Look at that. Last 3 shots on TV. Strike, strike, strike.
216.
What a great finish.
Well, there's the man of the hour right here. Working on
He's
a
a
6-time.
man on a mission right here. Another good one right there. Ah, creeped a little high on him. Brennan's got a big game going here. His favorite sports figures, Bryce Harper, Norm Duke. Oh, chop. Anyhow, nice game for Brennan.
236 scratch.
236 scratch.
264 with handicap. Wow, that was quite a show, huh? Well, that concludes our boys 13 to 15, and we'll be back with our boys 16 to 19 right after this.
Hi, I'm Les Bernard with the Bernard Insurance Agency. Stay tuned for more Fun Time Youth Bowling.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, and this will be our final match of the day. This is our boys 16 to 19. We have Jared Bell from Cougar Lanes and Mike Mullen from Clover Lanes.
Another good matchup, Ray. Got some talent here, and these last two guys on TV here. Last match of the day.
Got it to go.
A nice little kick on a 10
That's
pin
what they call
there.
that little love tap on the 10
Yep.
pin.
Jared Bell, high game at 289, near perfection, averaging 192. So a big Ryan Miller fan. And another good shot. Mike Mullen.
That's a double for Mike.
Yeah, puts him right back in the match here too. And Jared Bell, also a big hockey fan and golf. Gonna go on to school for physical therapy.
3 shots, 3 strikes.
And Mike Mullen, Mike Mullen coming up in the 9th frame.
He idolizes Norm Duke.
Norm Duke practices 4 times a week.
A little slow.
Ah, I
They
caught a
got away
break.
with it.
Caught a break there.
So we have an 11-pin match as we go into the 10th frame. Both bowlers working on a double.
All right, Jared Bell. Good shot in the 10th frame. Oh, just a little high, 4-pin. We got that one in just a tiny bit.
He had almost just enough speed to hold it on line, but
Yep.
hooked just a little bit at the end.
And Jared using a ball from one of our sponsors of the show, Radical. A whole new line of equipment out.
Jared, can you do 259, which means Mike would have to double.
To thank some of our sponsors for coming on board and helping out getting our kids back on TV. Chef's Catering, Brad Buckert from Beginners to Pros Pro Shop. And a solid 9, it falls forward
259.
for a total of 259.
234 scratch.
God, incredible games.
Mike needs a double. Mike likes race cars and trucks.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Solid 9. Just a little too much hook in the pocket. Ball's cutting right by the 9 pin.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Doug, about the equipment today and the way these people have the angle going to the pocket. I mean, years ago, the ball used to take the 1, 3, 5 and ricochet back and take the 9 out. And now the ball drives through the pins and cuts right in front of that 9 pin.
It's a technology nowadays with different cover stocks that hook so much more down the lane. And a good spare on a 9 pin for Mike Mullen.
For 248, which would be 210 scratch. A couple more of our sponsors, mybowler.com, Roger Thing, PF Sports, the gentleman who supplied all our bowlers with shirts. We have Les Barnard in the audience today from Allstate, one of our sponsors, Summit View Motors. Without all these people, we wouldn't be here.
And oh, good spot for that. 7 on the fill ball.
245.
What a game, Ray. What a game.
259 to 245. Well, that's the conclusion of this show for today. We'll be back to talk to our bowlers right after this.
We had 3 great matches that segment, and now to chat with a couple of our winners, we have Mackenzie. Now, Mackenzie, this isn't your first time bowling on TV, but how did you prepare yourself for today?
Well, I pretty much had to like clear my mindset and know that whatever happened, happened, and well, whatever. I guess like whatever happened, happened, and tried to like make sure I threw the ball like slowly and had good rotation on it and wasn't rushing and hit my target.
All right, that sounds like good preparation. Great bowling today. And Jared, how was it for you today? First time on TV?
Yep, it wasn't terrible. I just came in with a clear mind, wasn't really thinking about anything, just thinking about throwing the ball and getting it down the lane.
All right, great bowling. And for you, you had 3 out of 4 strikes today? 3 out of 5 strikes today. And how did you prepare for your first time on TV?
I was nervous, and I hit my mark every time.
We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for watching Funtime Youth Bowling. This is our final junior show. We do have one more show next week, and it's going to be our senior show. We're going to have a graduation show where we're highlighting 12 of our senior bowlers here in the Rochester area.
Right. It's going to be a great show. You're going to see Bryce Hook, Melanie Copey, Emma Catone, Emily Notebart, some of our other senior stars. It's going to be a show you're not going to want to miss.
You're right. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm looking forward to some big scores next week. We'd like to thank our sponsors for giving us the opportunity to bring Funtime Youth Bowling back once again. So on behalf of Doug Kent, Chrissy Kent, and myself, till next time. Go Bowling!